Dad is dead. The first thing I hear after our feverish tour. And now Sandra expects her brother to come back to Sweden. Naturally, that's impossible, but it eats me. And that man in the goggles. Had the hallucinations started already when we made our way back from the dinner? The van? Was that real? What puts me on edge is that Carver seemed to share some of my exact hallucinations. He's a perceptive one, but he doesn't ask questions. A good trait in an associate. It's good to be out of the apartment. But something about Magda's appearance and disappearance puts me on edge. I'm not sure I want to be here, at her place, but something compels me to find out what happened to her. This is Red Moon Roleplaying.
You see that there are 4 messages recorded on the answering machine. First message plays.
This is Reidar Schönberg from the Weltzeitung. I'm still waiting for your article about the lobby groups. Have you sent it? Please call me.
The second message plays.
Filip here. Something horrible is gonna happen. Call me.
Third message.
This is Reidar Schönberg here. We have postponed the article until the next issue. Call me once you get home.
The fourth message plays.
It's Filip. You've got to call me. Soon it will be too late.
And that's all the messages.
Filip, was any of the letters from a Filip?
No, none of the letters were from a Filip, but you do remember Filip Kramer, the artist that was with Magda at the Gold Plaque Awards. It was, she mentioned it was Filip, it was Sasha Pogodin and Anton Mahler, her old friends from East Germany. Maybe that's the Filip? Carver, you're the one who's listening to this message, and you have met Filip Kramer, yeah? You met him, it was a long time ago, but yeah, it sounds like him. Voices match. This is probably Filip Kramer that's calling.
That's very interesting. I might be making a conclusion here, Bjorn, but Filip Kramer is an associate of Magda's. He was there that night. It's very strange, though. He's had, let's just say, an interesting past. I'm surprised he's still even involved in social gatherings, if you get my meaning.
Well, I was kind of thinking here, it's a bit weird that everyone we meet that's related to Magda somehow is just either really nervous or really tired.
Huh. I just nod at that as I kind of curiously go over and just turn the computer on.
You turn the computer on, and this is a 90s computer, so there's not really any lock on it. The computer, you do a quick search through to see what's there. You can't really find that much useful information. Most files are articles written for different journals in Germany. There's an address book that lists some 200 people.
Is Filip Kramer's address there, or contact
Yes,
details?
it is. There's an address and a phone number. You actually also find the addresses and phone numbers for the other of the 3 men that she was with, Anton Mahler and Sasha Pogodin. Any other names you look for there?
I leave it on and just look to Bjorn.
Yeah. She's, do you think we should open these letters? I mean, just in case something is urgent, then we should call her about it. I'll bring it to her attention.
Under normal circumstances, I'd feel that was a massive invasion of privacy, but, yes, I think we should.
And see if we can get her number in Berlin as well, and we can call her on that. And I'm gonna start opening the letters and go through them.
You're able to find her number in Berlin. As you're checking through the computer, you also notice this calendar that's sitting next to there. It's the one that's set to September the 12th. Looking through it, you can see that over the first 2 weeks of September, there are 8 different meetings recorded. They're detailing names, addresses, and phone numbers. The names are Dr. Schönblum, Dr. Brigner, Dr. Miller, Dr. Schmidt, Dr. Schneider, Dr. Wolf, Dr. Klein, Mr. Essen, and Miss Ackerman. She's met a lot of doctors.
Is this Carver seeing this?
Yes, it's Carver who's checking the computer, right? And Bjorn, you're checking the mail now, right?
Yeah.
Which of the letters would you like to open? Is the one from Barcelona, the one from Berlin, or the one from London?
The one from Berlin first.
The one from Berlin is from Arnold Weiss. It's a short personal letter stating that Weiss has recently returned from his trip to Italy. He wonders if Magda plans to stay in Hamburg. Arnold will be traveling there in a couple of weeks and would like to meet her. He really enjoyed the time they spent together in Berlin, and he misses their conversations.
Alright, I'll check the one from Barcelona.
The one from Barcelona is from Alberto Mirandola. Contains an inquiry regarding whether she could help facilitate a purchase of a rare Russian dictionary from the 1700s.
Russian dictionary. Where's Magda from? She's German herself?
As far as you know, German, yeah, but the name is very Russian. Orlova. That's a Russian name. Then again, there's a lot of Russians in East Germany, so...
True.
Not quite sure. You do know that she did speak Russian.
Yeah. She did. Okay, Russian dictionary. Okay.
Are you sharing the information about these names with Carver also if he comes by?
Yeah. Well, if you just sit there, I'm just gonna say that. Yeah. Okay. So one Arnold Weiss wants to meet her here in Hamburg. One Alberto Mirandola from Barcelona wants a Russian dictionary.
Carver, you know of Alberto Mirandola. Yeah, he's a book dealer. He specializes in rare volumes. Bit of a competitor to you, actually. Although, of course, not of your caliber. There does seem to be one more letter, yeah? This John Masterton letter.
So let's see what this is.
Yeah, you open it. It had a very bulk mail feel to it, and when you look inside it truly is. It's an invitation for the British Authors Congress Autumn meeting. Not a particularly personal letter. It doesn't even... Her name is only on the outside of the letter.
Yeah, so that's it.
I feel... I pause. Should we check her bedroom? Is that too much?
Let's have a quick look around, and like I said, we should try and call her in Berlin.
Alright, where do you go?
I'm gonna go through, since we're close to the bathroom, I'm gonna go through the bathroom, the number 4.
So to get into the bathroom, you can reach it through the office. Would you like to do that, or would you like to take the route through the kitchen?
Not the office.
Alright, you go through the office directly into the bathroom. Stacked on a closed medicine cabinet and littered on the floor are empty packages for liquid soap. There's a plastic laundry basket that's overflowing, clothes thrown on the floor. You notice empty packets of medicine. It's the drugs clozapine and olanzapine on the floor. And then there's the medicine cabinet that's closed.
Well, this is a mess.
It truly is.
I opened the medicine cabinet.
Inside the medicine cabinet is 5 empty Valium boxes.
Huh. Pretty heavy on the drugs.
I look around and remark, yes, I suppose she's been suffering.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Pretty bad. So, yeah. I'm having a peek into the kitchen.
Alright, you look into the kitchen. A kitchen counter runs along one wall, while the other has a pantry, fridge, and freezer. A simple folding table and 2 wicker chairs sit by the window. There's piles of dirty dishes that are stacked on the kitchen counter, and the sink is full of rotting food. Greasy paper is scattered across the floor. Stinking garbage bags are heaped against the wall. There's 20 discarded microwave dinner boxes that are stacked against the microwave oven. A wall almanac is still turned to the previous month. And as you enter, you notice a small mouse disappear into the shadows. There's a key hook on the wall.
What's on it?
4 sets of keys. There's one plain key ring with 2 keys, a car key, and a key that's marked Irene.
Huh. So it does seem the key exchange is mutual.
It does indeed seem to be that way.
I briefly went to check in the room 5.
It's a toilet.
Little toilet
Yes.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, you go into the toilet, bathroom cabinet here in a toilet, kind of similar to the bathroom. Contains several packs of soap, different ointments, numerous perfume bottles. The cabinet is open, so you see this. You notice that the room hasn't been cleaned for quite some time.
I make a quick exit back into the hallway and then kind of just head to room 6.
As you are making your way around, I'm shouting after you. Isn't it kind of funny how she's like obsessed with being clean and smelling good, but leaves such a mess around?
I suppose. Yes. But I don't know, Bjorn, if she was suffering some sort of mental issue, like who knows what her thought process was. Maybe she felt she had to be clean, but the rest didn't matter. I don't know.
I'm opening the fridge.
You're opening the fridge. You can find more of these microwave dinners. A few more, like 3 of them. Other than that, some olives, a bottle of wine.
Nothing lying out on the tables or anything.
In the kitchen, no. Not except for the microwave dinner boxes. Yeah, and the wall almanac, but nothing on the table.
She left the car key.
She did. Car key. There's a plain key and a key ring with 2 keys, and then Irene's key.
I call out, I suppose we can check when we go outside again if the car's outside. Maybe she took a cab to the train station.
Yeah. How long a drive is it from Hamburg to Berlin?
It's, if you go by car, it's a bit more than 3 hours. A bit faster if you go by train.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the car key so we can check if we
Yeah,
find it.
you got the car key. What do you do about the other keys? You leave them?
There's nothing on them, no notice or anything.
Nope. Except for the Irene key. So there's the one plain key, and then this key ring with 2 keys.
Alright, I'm gonna go and find a phone so I can try and call Magda's number in Berlin.
Alright. You call Magda.
Yeah.
It rings. The answering machine.
You have reached Magda Orlova's answering machine. Unfortunately, I'm not in right now. If you want, please leave your name, phone number, and a short message. I'll get back to you when I get back home.
Hey Magda, it's Bjorn here. Look, your friend Irene contacted me and Carver saying she was worried about you, so this is basically me calling from your apartment, trying to check up on you. I'm guessing you made your way to Berlin, but just to be sure, please call back when you get this so I can just ease Irene's mind. She seems in a bit of a fit. Yeah, well, just call me. Bye.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna call Irene after that. But I'm letting Carver have a look in the room number 6 first. Do you find anything for Carver?
I slowly open the door and peek my head in.
You see an unmade bed that rests against one wall. The wardrobe door is open, and half its contents have been thrown on the floor. There's some 20 or so earplugs that lie on the mat, crumpled as if they've been used. A dead ivy hangs in the flower pot set in front of the window.
I take a few steps in, and I kind of, I guess, investigate the whole area, primarily seeing if I can find like a dresser or something, like maybe some notebook or a diary. It sounds silly, but I'm just, trying to see if there's anything I can work out from the room.
You look around, yeah, and what strikes you, and you since you've already rolled for investigate earlier, what strikes you is the absence of those things that one would normally find, like a notebook or a diary of some kind. Your feeling is that since she came back fairly recently, maybe she still has her base in Berlin. Maybe that's where those things are, because there's nothing here except for those earplugs and and all the clothes that have been thrown onto the floor.
I call out. She had something with earplugs. There's loads of earplugs in here just on the floor. I don't know. Maybe she thought they'd help her get to sleep. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that and the Valium. I'm picking up the phone to call Irene again.
You call Irene.
This is Adler.
Yeah, is this Irene?
Yes. Bjorn, is that you?
Yeah, this is me. I'm calling from Magda's apartment, and met an elderly couple just as we came in, and they seem to think that she's left, and there are plenty of things just indicating that she probably just went back to Berlin. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, yeah, it could be. It could be. I mean, then I'm hoping she's just over there. Then I mean, but I think I've called her there, but she didn't pick up.
No, I tried calling her. I tried calling her as well, and there's no reply. Just the answering machine. A few days of mail, so I don't think she's been here for a little while, and it's a real mess in here, you know.
A mess? Oh, that's a surprise.
Well, there are like the bathroom is like filled with soap packets just lying around. It's like, and the kitchen is rotting food and unmade dishes and just wash lying on the floor, and yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it would explain the heavy smell that she had of perfume and of soap.
I know, right?
Something must have made her want to keep really, really clean.
Yeah.
I don't know what it could be though.
Huh. Yeah.
What are you gonna do next?
Well, what do you think? I mean, and I wanted to ask outside of character, do I have things I think I need to do for work and stuff?
You know, right now you're really focused on cataloging this collection of books. That's what you were doing and that you'd sort of set aside time for. So you and Carver were supposed to be doing this for, about a week or so. So you're basically off from your other duties. And, the thing is that you sort of don't have a very direct hand in most of this anyways. Handelman calls you and you give some directions, but you have a life that's sort of devoid of some of those more direct responsibilities. Actually, it's quite a good one.
It's quite nice. Yeah, I'm mainly coming up with ideas for initiatives and see where we can move things. Right. Well, listen, Irene, I was thinking, me and Carver, we're supposed to be cataloging our the book collection that I've ordered. I'm not sure if we're supposed to. I mean, what do you want me to do? To check up on her in Berlin?
I mean, like, I know it's a lot to ask, but if you could do that, then we'd both know that she's okay, I hope.
Have you been trying to call her in Berlin since Sunday? Or when?
Since, I guess I didn't. I tried just now. I didn't really. I'm sorry. I didn't really think. I just. I was so distraught by the fact that she wasn't picking up her phone here in Hamburg. This is where she was supposed to be. Maybe I did try, but yeah, she didn't pick up, and I don't know.
I mean, just calling her like one day in Berlin. If she went there in a hurry on Sunday and had something to do, perhaps we should give her a day or so to call back.
Yeah, if you think that's best.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me bring up her calendar here on the computer. I'm checking if she's supposed to do something today, or.
Nope, the calendar is only showing things leading up to September 12th. Nothing after that.
And now it's.
Now it would be you had the Golden Plaque award was on the 14th.
Right.
And then now it would be the 17th.
Yeah. Okay, well, I can't see anything in her calendar saying that she would have gone anywhere, so... Yeah, I'm gonna... could you hang on a second, Irene? Sorry. Carver, what are you doing?
I come back out of the room, just walk over to you, and sort of go... Well, what'd she say?
Well, she's basically kind of asking if you could check up on her in Berlin.
I don't know. This feels very... Something about Kramer. Filip Kramer, you remember the name, yes? His messages. You heard those, right?
Hang on, I think I have the postcard. Who was that from again?
The postcard was post stamped in Frankfurt under order. It was marked with the name Piotr. I have seen him.
In Russian?
In barely legible Russian, yeah. Cyrillic letters.
Huh. I found this too. It's Russian. It says, I have seen him. Do you speak Russian?
You do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Yes,
have a look for
little.
yourself.
I look it over. I've seen him.
I was thinking Frankfurt in order. Isn't that one of the places where she was committed to for a while? Yeah.
I feel I would be fine, I suppose. Going to Berlin, it's a bit of a journey, a bit out of our way, but I don't know if it's necessary, is it? But I'd like to speak to this Kramer. There's something... He was there on the night, you remember. He was talking with her just before he left. He's obviously in contact with her. He might actually maybe have an idea why she's gone to Berlin. If she has gone to Berlin.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, I'm not about to throw everything up and just go to Berlin. When we haven't actually... We've not heard from her for a couple of days, but I've just left a message and thought I'd at least give it a few more days before we go there and see if she comes back, right?
Yes, I think I agree with that. My gut still feels something's missing. No, I think you're right. I think she's probably, hopefully, is just in Berlin. She's probably just busy. It looks like she left in a hurry.
Okay then. Well, okay. Yeah, Irene. Hello again. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna hang back a little bit. Just try and contact some of our other acquaintances. This Filip Kramer. Do you know him?
I think Magda might have mentioned his name. Some old friend from East Germany.
She was accompanied by him and a couple of other guys on the night, and we just thought we might give them a call as well, and just see if anyone else has seen her. And if she doesn't come back in a few days, then sure, let's go and check up on her in Berlin. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm very thankful that you're looking into this, and yeah, I just hope we find her.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay.
All right, let's do that then. I'll speak to you later, Irene. All right, do you want to give this Filip a call as well?
Would it be unorthodox if I suggested we might get a better result if we just go straight there? What was the address again?
It's in Berlin.
Oh, it's in Berlin. Oh. Oh, in that case, I would say, yes. How about I make this call?
I'm stepping out on the balcony for a bit.
I'll go get the phone, sit down, and ring the number that the computer has given.
So you ring the number. Someone picks up the phone. It's a child.
This is Meyer.
Hello. I'm sorry. I'm looking for Filip Kramer. Is this his address, young man?
Let me get my parents.
Of course.
Small
of course.
feet run away, and a man answers.
Yes. Hello. Can you repeat your question?
Hello. I'm looking for Filip Kramer.
Kramer.
Is this the right number?
There was a Mr. Kramer that lived here before we moved in, but that's a long time ago now.
Oh, I see. I suppose you wouldn't have any information on that individual. No.
No. Sorry.
I'm looking in from the balcony. So, no luck?
Old number. I suppose I could try ringing those other two numbers, but I don't even know those people. Do you think that's worth a shot?
Sure. Why not? We're still here, we're still doing this, and then if no luck, let's just go back and start working with our books.
Yes, I feel at this stage like we've done what we can. It looks like she's in Berlin, hopefully. Well, she's not here, and she hopefully is in a reasonable well-being enough to be moving, if you gather my meaning. So that's
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so I'll try just ringing those other two numbers of the other two men. I'll go with who shall I do first? Anton Muller?
You call Anton Muller. Nobody picks up.
I don't leave a message.
All right.
And then I'll try calling Sasha.
Call there, and you reach what must be his secretary.
This is Alexander Pogodin. How may I help you?
Hello. I apologize for bothering you. I'm looking to speak to Mr. Sasha, actually, if that's possible at this time.
I'm afraid he's out on business currently. Who can I say is calling?
I'm James Carver. I don't know if you've heard of me. I'm involved in book deals and the book market in Germany at the moment. I was at I briefly met Mr. Sasha at the Golden Plaque Awards. And
I see. Well, let me pass on your name to Mr. Pogodin, and he does he have a way to get back to you already, or would it be possible to take your number?
Yes, I'll give I give my number, and I go, yes, if he could just call me. I'm just would like to talk with him about a mutual acquaintance of ours, Miss Magda Orlova.
Magda Orlova. I see. I will pass that information on to Mr. Pogodin.
Thank you.
I come in from the balcony and close the door. So, where are we?
Nowhere, really. Only one could even get back to me. If that. I think we've done all we can, to be honest. Although, one more thing occurs to me. I actually get up at this point. And I quickly have a look around. See if I can see that book of poetry she was talking about.
Ah, Leon Schutzes.
Yes.
You can, in fact, find that one if you go into the library there in the bookcases, where there's both fiction and non-fiction. And there's also a bunch of medical literature there. And you can find that book.
I will pick it up and just say, I'm sure she wouldn't mind me borrowing a book, do you think?
Which one is that?
The poet she was talking about.
Schutze, right. Yeah, well, if we decide to go on a road trip, I suppose you'll have something to read loud.
I nod, and I just, for the moment, just flick through the pages very quickly. And I close the book, and I just sort of pocket the poetry book. And I say, I think we should go. We've done what we could.
Well, if we have to go to her apartment in Berlin, do you think we should take any of the other keys? Or should we come back here in case?
Maybe we could take them for the moment. Again, if we don't need them, we'll just...
Let's just take them all. Let's take Irene's keys as well. They're safer with us for the moment anyway.
You pocket all the keys.
Yeah.
And on the way out, you realize that there's one door that you haven't opened now that you've been so thorough in here.
Huh. Oh yeah. The wardrobe. Yeah. Hey, did you check in there, Carver?
I shrug and go, I didn't really think. And I just walk over and just give it a little quick open.
Yeah, this winter clothing that hangs here, scarves and caps, fill an old computer box, the IBM. Boots and shoes line the wall, and then there's a couple of unmarked boxes that lean against the wall.
Yes. I mean, looks like she might have some personal belongings in here. I kind of go forward and I just very carefully just look into them, but I'm trying to be subtle about it.
You carefully open one of the unmarked boxes in Magda's walk-in closet. It's filled with black notebooks. They look a lot like diaries. What do you do?
I start to search through the box, trying to find the diaries that are the most up-to-date.
You quickly look and you see that the diaries are handwritten in German, in a style that is barely legible. The entries are often cryptic and difficult to interpret. They seem to be ranging from 1960 to the summer of 1990. You'll need some time to study these if you wish to learn what is written inside.
I frown a little and I call Bjorn over. Bjorn, come over here, have a look at this.
What are you finding?
Well, look, I think I found her diaries. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's like a library in itself.
Yes.
Huh.
Oh dear, I don't have time to read these all now.
Well, it's not like we're gonna learn all her personal history. I mean, we're gonna try and find out where she's ended up, right? So, yeah, maybe just take the latest one and see if we find any clues. I don't know.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I take the most recent diary entries, like or the most recent diary books. Pack up 4 or 5 of them, put them in my coat. You don't think this is an invasion of privacy, do you?
Well, I mean, we're doing it out of, we're trying to be considerate here, trying to think of, of her best, well-being. So if she just calls back, which we assume she will, I mean, we should probably be fine, yeah?
Yes.
I don't think she'll mind.
Yes, hopefully not.
To be honest, she was kind of very honest with us. She was talking about her illness and things, so I think it's not like we're snooping around in things that she might want to keep hidden, perhaps.
Well, I think that's the whole apartment looked over. I don't really see what else we can do here. What do you think?
I think what we do now is we probably have to wait for her call. I'm still feeling a bit tired, after all this. I should get home and recover a bit more, and you see if you find something there, and then we'll see if she calls us back and take it from there. What do you say?
I agree. I don't see what else we can do, to be honest. Let's go home and see what happens, and who knows, maybe tomorrow I'll actually get back to work.
I'm picking up a cigar and lighting it as well, and nudging towards the door.
I follow, getting ready to lock up the apartment. I give it one last look over. I still can't help but shake that there's something wrong here, but hopefully it's just in my mind.
And with that thought, you leave Magda's apartment here in Hamburg behind. You get out of the apartment building. It's now the afternoon. The weather is quite nice. There's a fresh breeze blowing. Carver, you get back to your car. You look at your grey Trabant. It really is a piece of crap, but there is something quite genuine about it, about how and where it was made. What are your feelings about it?
To be honest, I like it. I've always liked it. I'm not really a guy who goes for style over substance. I never really need that good clothing. I never really need the best flat or the best carpet. If something does what it's supposed to do, I like it. I like honesty.
You get into your very honest car and you start driving home. You have the car radio on. A rock song in English. Apparently something new. Something with the lyrics being about it being less dangerous with the lights out. A group called Nirvana, apparently. Is this your kind of music?
Not really. I changed the channel.
What is that comes on instead?
An old jazz station. Playing something from like the 1960s, maybe 1950s. I like that sort of music.
You look up into the rear view mirror of the car. Nothing ornate about it, fortunately. But you notice how tired your eyes look like. Can you roll plus soul for your sixth sense?
19.
That is really good roll. This will give you 3 edges on your sixth sense to work with going forward. It's not a particularly far drive. You arrive back at your apartment building. How does the building look like?
I suppose it looks like a very typical apartment block of the era. It's quite tall. Not one of the tallest. Grey bricks. It's been around probably for 20, 30 years. It's old architecture. It's in a good neighbourhood though, and the price of the rent is quite reasonable, for me at least.
A man gets out of a car as you approach your door. It's Hans Weber. He starts yelling at you. Carver, I need the book.
I start heading towards the door of the apartment quickly, saying behind me, Mr. Weber, I'm really sorry, this isn't a good time. You have my number. You can call me at business hours. I'm busy right now. Sorry. And
He starts moving after you, starts moving towards the door. You are close enough now to the door that you can make it in before he catches up with you.
My head starts to pulse with a massive headache, and I just run for the door and just close it behind me.
You leave him standing outside the door. It's glass, so you can see him on the other side. He does not look particularly happy, but then again, that's not exactly your problem.
I quickly lean down to open the door just a slit, and I go, by business hours, during the week, in the evening. See you later. And I just start walking to my flat. I feel a little bad for the man, but I really don't have time to deal with him right now.
And you come up to your apartment. What do you do?
I enter slowly, closing the door behind me.
Jenkins approaches you and starts bunting towards your leg. He looks up with anticipation in his eyes.
I lower my hand to give him a little pet on the forehead. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
What is in the apartment and how does it look like?
The living room has beige walls and 2 large bookshelves taking up most of the space. There's also a small desk by a window covered in papers and old coffee mugs. On the other side of the living room are doors that lead to a small, slightly messy side kitchen and a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom attached. In the bedroom, again, there are some smaller bookshelves and an old cupboard and side table. There's an old vinyl player near the bed, and a small cat basket is also in one of the corners.
What kind of records do you have for the vinyl?
I'm a man who's into my classics. I really love a lot of 18th century, 17th century stuff. Although I also have an appreciation for modern jazz as well. Easy listening.
You have the diaries with you from Magda's place. What do you do now?
I go into my kitchen and quickly brew myself up some coffee. I take a sip. And I think about the day. These events are just confusing me. I can't shake off this feeling that there's something weird going on here, something not normal. But I don't know what. I think about Mr. Weber and I feel probably I shouldn't have brushed him off as quickly as I did, but I just need some time to myself. I go and sit at my desk, take another sip of coffee, and I take out one of the diaries, and I know I probably should be focusing on something else right now, but I can't help but just start leafing through it.
Very good. Can you roll investigate?
8.
What question do you wish to ask?
Is there anything weird about what I'm investigating?
All right. And you start studying the diaries, and time passes, and we move on to Björn. You have gotten into your Mercedes. Do you drive straight back to the apartment, or do you take a detour?
Let's see, what I gotta do. I gotta get a postcard, and I should get something to eat for later. So, yeah, I might go for a drive. I pull back my nice driver's gloves, and what time is it?
It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now.
Alright, so no rush. I'm gonna drive around for a bit and see if I find a nice Japanese place. I heard there's a new one opening down west, I think.
You get the food to go. Look forward to getting more proper food. You haven't eaten particularly much these last few days.
Yeah, I feel a bit exhausted, really. I wanna so I'm gonna go find a card as well, now that I'm at a shopping street.
What kind of card, what kind of motif would you like to have on the card?
Something with flowers, something not cheerful, but beautiful, yeah.
Is it like a condolence postcard or something more general?
Yeah, something like that.
Very good. Yeah, you easily find this. You have your food and you have your postcard. What happens now?
So, alright, I'm gonna go back to the car, and I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking,
Man, it would kind of be nice to go to Berlin. It's been a while since I visited my friend Tomislav. I'm thinking if I should call him here on the car phone. Also, I need to notify Handelman that I'm going out of town, but I will see if I do that. I'm not sure yet. I could easily do that from my apartment. I need to get some food first in myself. So yeah, let's drive back.
You arrive back at your apartment. Herman greets you at the door, always impeccable in his suit. Good afternoon, sir. You have a visitor, sir. He points to a chair next to his concierge desk. And who sits there but Tomislav Malon? He's carrying a lot of luggage. Can you describe how he looks like?
All right, Tomislav Malon is he's a Polish guy, and he looks the part, but with a kind of thin, gaunt style. He's got his eyes are a little bit sunken in, but he's got a big smile and a little bit wild, artistically curly, dark hair. He has a very friendly, quite vivid demeanor. He makes for an excellent companion in stirring up stuff.
He is carrying today with him a slide projector. You see it is, and what must be some kind of like projector screen. Björn, have I got something planned for us? Come on, let's go.
Tommy, what are you doing here?
I know you're supposed to be cataloging books, but this really couldn't wait. You will totally get what I mean once I show you.
All right. Do you need a hand with all that?
Oh yeah, if you could take the projector screen.
Yeah, sure. Right, let's see what's this. This is funny. Sorry, man. If I knew you were coming, I'd have bought food for two.
Don't worry about me, man. Don't worry. So you head up to the apartment, and coming in, he proceeds to unpack what is a reel-to-reel tape recorder, the slide projector, and folds up this projector screen. Puts this up really, really quickly. As he's doing this, the phone rings.
I was just about to start unpacking my food, but what now? Okay, I'll head over and see what. Is this Bjorn?
Good afternoon, sir. This is Handelman.
Ah, Handelman, how are you? How's your wife? Just kidding.
Oh, I hope this is a good time, sir. I won't be long, but I have some important news to share with you. It seems as if the Economic Crime Authority has launched an investigation into our operations. We don't really know exactly what they're looking for, but they're in our offices right now, going through all the paperwork. I really have no idea what they're looking for or why they're targeting us. Do you know why? I mean, if I didn't know better, I would say that we must have made some rather powerful enemies. This is really coming out of nowhere.
Economic crime? No. I mean, I've made sure we got the right people for the books and everything, so there shouldn't be a problem.
In any case, I need to advise you that all the domestic accounts are locked for the time being until they conclude their investigations.
Don't tell me that. So, well, how much? What do we have to move?
There are, of course, the other accounts.
Handelman here specifically, he mentioned the domestic accounts being locked, but then these other accounts, he's probably referring to that small Cayman Island account. It's probably still available. Money is specifically routed there from time to time for, well, shall we say, special activities. But given that you haven't needed it recently, it probably only has about maybe $20,000 on it.
Well, anyways, I wanted just to let you know of that situation. Obviously, we are handling it. We know what to do. We are cooperating, and I am of the firm belief that we don't have anything to hide.
No. Yeah, this will probably just blow over. Someone is out to get something, but they will not find it. Listen, while we're talking, I was considering taking a trip to Berlin. You might also want to know that my father just passed away back in Sweden.
Oh, I see. Very sorry to hear that, sir. My condolences.
It's just, I feel I still have a lot of things to wrap up here, so I don't feel I have the time to go myself. But in case the press blows something up, I don't know why they would, but I just thought you might as well know.
Very good. It's very good to know. Should you think of anything as to, for example, why this is happening, please don't obviously hesitate to contact us. I'll keep you updated, but of course respect the fact that you have certain other things going on right now.
I think for a while. Is there anything I could think of at the top of my head that would have caused this?
There's nothing with the operations of your company that should have created something like this. It would be if there's something that one of your business partners, if they have any kind of illegal dealings, that may, in that case, have triggered this. Or perhaps it is
something else. Alright. Yeah, well, Handelman, thanks for keeping me posted. Don't hesitate to call again, but I might be off for the rest of the evening at least, so maybe keep that for tomorrow.
Understood, sir.
Alright.
Speak to you later.
Yeah,
Bye.
see ya. Bye.
turn off all the lights, man. We are going on a journey to the edge of our consciousness.
How could you possibly have known that this was just what I needed? Alright, so I'm going around to turn off the lights.
Yeah. And he asks you to sit down at the sofa. He's put up the projector screen and the slide projector so you can watch it from the sofa. He passes some acid to you, turns on the tape recorder, starts to play psychedelic 70s rock. Here we go, man. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I put the piece of paper on my tongue.
He starts showing slides with the slide projector. They're at first surrealistic paintings, the work of Dali and others, mixed with pictures of various animals. Sci-fi illustrations of robots pop in between. Eventually it's mostly animals and robots. The music and imagery put you into a kind of trance. The Economic Crimes Authority tries to invade your mind repeatedly, but the music and Tomislav's slideshow ensures that they fail. Carver, you're studying the diaries. You have only brought the last few diaries available from the last few years. The last book from 1990 especially contains a long paragraph about Filip turning up at her home together with Sasha and Anton, the three men that were with her at the Golden Plaque Awards. She has written, "They want me to rejoin the SA again. I wonder what they're after. There's so much we never learned." That is what it says. This investigation has taken quite some time. It's actually become the evening, almost night. It's 9 o'clock maybe? What did you eat?
Oh, I probably just fixed up a sandwich. My fridge is always perpetually half empty. I suppose I was too absorbed in the reading to really have thought about it. I chide myself for having perhaps spent too much time on this. I was looking at every single detail, which slowed me down a little.
Jenkins has moved to the windowsill, and he's sitting there, staring out into the night. He meows, and you notice a red light, just a dot, on his fur. And time sort of slows down. That is when everything, every fiber of your body, everything just screams out to get down.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the campaign The Black Madonna for the tabletop role-playing game Kult, Divinity Lost. The Black Madonna was originally constructed by Gunilla Jonsson and Mikael Petersen in 1991, with additional material for the 2017 edition by Marco Behrman, Mattias Fredriksson, Petter Nalo and Robin Liljenberg. Kult, Divinity Lost is published by Helmgast. The music was created by Atrium Karseri and is used with permission from their label Cryo Chamber. Visit cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel to hear more excellent dark ambient. A new episode of Red Moon Roleplaying is released every Friday. Please like our Facebook page and give us comments, input and feedback there. You can also visit us at redmoonroleplaying.com. Finally, don't forget to subscribe and review us on iTunes so that more people will find out about the show. Thank you for listening, looking forward to meeting again next week.